all of these are last year. I don't think this one was last year though. So over here is one of my persimmons, and this one has been getting beat up for some time, and I have to put a stake here so she can remain strong because the fencing keep messing her up. But she is such a diehard. She reminds me of my Awari Satsuma. Straight diehard. She done been tipped over, ran over by deers and everything. She bounces back. Over here, this is I think one of my multi-grafted trees, and these been in the ground. I'm thinking probably 4 years now. This may be a peach. I think it is a peach. Yep, little fuzzball there. Y'all see it? Yep. This is one of the peaches. I'm just not sure which one it is. And then over here is my multi-grafted cherry tree. I'm sure that's what this one is. Let's see. Because y'all know I'll be forgetting. Yep. Multi-grafted cherry tree. This is the one that's going to bear, what is it, 4 or 5 different types of cherries. So we still waiting, you guys. We still waiting. Over here is another one of my persimmons. And she is trying to make a comeback as well. She's been through some challenging times, getting knocked over by the deers and the wind. But I was able to anchor her up on one of the stakes over here. One of those metal ones anyway. And then over here is the multi-grafted apples. Is it the multi-graft? Yeah. So we got some apples coming in, you guys. Look at there. Look at there, look at there. All right. Now I can't remember all the apples that's going to be on here, but I know it's my multi-grafted one. So it'll be a variety. So I feel like I still got a couple more years before I get that real apple harvest, you guys. Everything takes time, okay? And then over here is my other persimmon. Oh man. I don't know. There's something in this soil over here where she's just really enjoying. I have not seen my persimmons look this great in a minute. And look at them. Y'all see that? Look at there. I mean, just shining, just beautiful, very happy. You know, your leaves tell a lot on your trees. So that's what my other persimmon is looking like. And this was the casualty. So my son need to get this out the ground. I've been saying that since last year. We need to hurry up and get this out the ground real quick. So over here is another plum. No, not plum, pear. That's what I need to get in the ground, you guys. Plum trees. Now look how tall this one is. But there's something going on with this tree, and I have to figure that out because, and I don't know if it's the cold fronts that's been coming in. See this browning? I don't know if it's the cold fronts that have been doing this to it, but this is what it's looking like. So I'm going to do some research on this, and if I have to, I'm probably going to prune her all the way back. That's the height of it right now. Right? Over here, I don't know what happened to my queen leg. Queen leg started struggling. So I gave her some nitrogen, and it looks like she is bouncing back. Y'all see that? Queen leg is bouncing back. So I'm going to continue to watch her, continue to give it some more fertilizer, some slow release fertilizer for fruit trees, and see how she do over the summer. And I'm going to prune it back a lot. Alright. Over here is another short pear. And this one is doing well. I don't see it having any type of hardship or anything going on with this one. Alright. So that's what that is looking like. Okay. So the keyhole grow area, I have sewed this up, you guys. Y'all know this is the squash patch. My tarp landscaping fabric is still standing strong over here. One over here I have to fix. staple that down some more. But I sowed seeds in all of these already. Now I may have to do another round of seed sowing because I already see where the deers and it might be the rabbits that are already coming in and snatching off the tops, right? I seen a lot of that over here. They're coming in and snatching off the tops. So I don't know how this growing season is going to be this year because y'all know the deers just decimated this whole area last year. I was devastated because usually my squash is so prolific out here, and last year it was not. So that's another reason why I rushed to get the cedar raised beds inside, because I did not have a great harvest last year when it came to squashes. So over here was the blueberry patch. Y'all see what's going on over here? I think I planted maybe 4 to 5, and y'all see this thing is going crazy. But there's a raspberry in here. That's another reason why I moved that purple strawberry patch out, because this raspberry one back here, they already said they're very invasive. This little sucker is just traveling. It's traveling under the ground. It's weaving in and out of the fence, and they, to me, they're dangerous. The thorns on here is dangerous. So I'm going to continue to learn more about growing blueberries and look for thornless types of berries, because that little sucker back there is dangerous. And it's, as much as I cut back last year and to see what it's doing this year, it bewilders me, because I would have think that I would have killed it from all the cutting back that we did last year. And we did some over the 4 months too. So right now the blueberry patch is really being transformed into the blueberry patch compared to the ones that I planted out there that keep dying. So I'm just going to keep an eye on this and see how this pans out over, the next couple of years or so. But right now, this is what it's looking like. I don't think that looks bad to be a small blueberry patch, right? Okay, you guys, so my gladius. All right, you guys, y'all remember when I planted these last year, I was tickled pink about growing gladius. But I have learned some more tricks to growing gladius, and I'm going to show you guys that in some later videos on how to successfully grow them. Last year they was pretty when they popped up and the flowers was blooming, but you definitely want to crowd these up. This is when they look really, really nice. So you want to sow those seeds as close to each other as possible, right? Okay, you guys, I know this one is something today. So let's get on over here to our apiary, our miniature apiary. All right, you guys, be happy. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. He's so stinking cute. All right, you guys, so check it out. The bees is doing the doggone thing. So as you can see, we added another box. My husband said that bottom box got some honey in there. He said, babe, there's a lot of honey in there, so we're hoping that they will travel upward so that we can harvest this honey that's in there. But they needed more space, so we added another box. Now, the hive that the swarm that we were able to capture and we put in this box, they began to go over to the next box. So we still keeping an eye on them, but we still have activity over here, and you can see the activity. So what we need to do, we're going to get our little bee friends over here that are kind of like bee specialists to help us out to see if we can find these queens, because evidently they're in there and they're doing something. So we still have activity on both beehives, and that's a great sign. These guys right here have been working around the clock. They bringing that pollen in. They guarding that door. They